Okay, so I didn't have social media for 8 years, and I'm here to tell you that it's okay to pivot. I've been reflecting on a lot. I now have social media. I don't really use Instagram because it's complicated, and Facebook is just, I don't know, seems very old. And I have YouTube and I have TikTok. My favorite thing out of everything is YouTube. I find TikTok to be more fake than other social media, if that makes sense. But I do see that it's very easy to connect with people. So, anyways, let me just tell you this. I was thinking about one of my friends because I noticed that with social media, and she's had social media for the entirety of social media existence. I was noticing that she would get really down with it, okay? Which is actually a reason that I deleted social media. And it was because I was waitressing at the time. And I remember when I would pull out my phone on Instagram and I would see people, because waitressing, I had to waitress mostly in the weekends. I would get really, really down. Like, not just FOMO, but I just became very unappreciative of my current situation. And it was just not making me feel good. I was comparing myself a lot. I was comparing myself to everything. And it just wasn't healthy because one day I realized, like, how is this healthy for me? Because every time that I open up this app, it's like I forget about all the great things that I have going on in my life. At the time I was going to college, I had a job, I had my family. Like, what more could you want? And also, not just that, but how was I gonna let this little app, this, like, I guess virtual magazine, get me down? It just doesn't really make sense, but it was happening. So I decided to delete all of my social media. Along with that, I also, wanted to distance myself from certain people. And I was also, going through, I hadn't decided yet to fully get sober, but it was definitely a thought. So I was just connected to a lot of people through my social media that I shouldn't have been at the time. So I deleted it and I didn't have anything for 8 years. And in that time, I learned a lot about people, about myself, about society. And I loved not having social media because as it is, I'm not gonna lie, it's very hard for me to keep up to date with, like, technical things, I guess, like texting. I'm the worst person to text. I'm so sorry. Just call me, I'm that type of person. Just call me. Even though my phone is on do not disturb most of the time. But I think I like the concept of a pager because it's like or emails, like I'll get back to you. It's just, I don't like, and I don't mean this in a mean way, but I don't like to let people have access to me at all times because time is precious, and you're doing stuff in the day to day. If I want to be present with somebody with a project, I don't want my phone going off. I don't like, it just takes you away from the present moment. You know what I mean? And so I really did enjoy it. Sure, there were times where I felt left out because people would be like, have you seen this? Or you didn't see this. But, I always had someone in my circle to update me on what was going on. So fast forward, I was thinking about my friend and how things would get her down, and we had a conversation where I told her, like, girl, why don't you just pivot? Why don't you, because I'm not saying delete your social media, even though I think that it is very healthy. But I was telling her, like, why don't you just make a new page, Don't connect your email, like make a new email. Don't connect your phone because that's how people find you. Don't add any friends you have. Don't add me. Don't, and I actually don't even have my friends don't even know my social media. That's how private I like to keep things, or how separate I like to keep things, because I am aware that social media is just another world. Maybe in the future, but I don't like to commingle, whatever's. And so I told her, create another account, something that's authentic to you, because on the account that she has, she has people from high school, from college, from all her family members. And I feel, and she was sharing with me, like, a lot of these people don't even comment, they don't even say anything, and it's like, yeah, so why are they there? If they're friends that are there encouraging you, then sure, by all means. But also too, it's okay to not be aligned with people you were once aligned with. And that's something I really struggled with when I first deleted my social media, because I did, quote unquote, like, lose a lot of friends. But it taught me that the people that genuinely liked me for me, and who I had an authentic, genuine relationship with, they had my phone number. And we could still do things. I don't care about what you're posting, but we could still be friends. And so it just really showed me another side of people too. Because I remember even in workplaces, after I had deleted my social media, like, of course, I didn't know about people's Instagrams, or I shouldn't say about people's Instagrams, but what I mean is, like, I didn't know what their page looked like. And I love that, because I got to know people for who they were, who they presented themselves to me. And I remember one time specifically, there was a coworker I had, and I liked her. She was cool. And I remember, I don't even know what or why it came about, but somebody showed me her Instagram page, and this was in the break room. I don't even know why. And it just made me look at her differently, because there was a lot of stuff on there that was, I guess, like, raunchy, and just, it didn't represent who she was at all. It was like she was trying to advertise another side of her. And it really made me realize, like, wow, like, people are completely different people online, or they'll post what they want you to see. Even me right now, like, I have a YouTube, but I'm not posting, like, everything. So it's like I let people in on pieces of me. I'm not there showing you guys when I'm all struggling to tie the trash bag, or I'm stressed out because I forgot to pay a bill. Like, I let people in on certain things. And yeah, I understand people vlog and do all that, but I think, what I know I'm rambling, but what I'm just trying to get across is that life is a game, and you are the main character. It is a complete movie, and you get to choose how you want to show up for your movie. So with social media, just be very aware that it's a game. Don't take it to heart. I've seen how it can damage people. It damaged me, and just know yourself. Like, example, me. I don't always want to get dressed up every day, even though it's fun for me, right? Because I do feel like a little Barbie doll. But I'm aware of the game. So example, like if I have like a meeting or something important, I'm meeting up with someone, I'm not gonna show up looking like who did it and why, because I know that's society, you know? Do I wish sometimes, when I lived in Hawaii, people are always rocking, it could be the same t-shirt and shorts and flip-flops, and they're happy. But that is one thing, you have to be aware of where you're at, your surroundings, society. It's just life. But also be aware that it's not real. These are all props. This is like, it's just for now, you know? And so I just view it as like, I'm just trying to make the most of my movie. But I'm a very laid back person. I would say I'm very, silly. I'm like happy-go-lucky, chill, but I see through a lot of stuff, or through a lot of things, through a lot of people. And that's why too, like, I am a very private person. And sometimes, I know who I can and who I can't speak to. Like, I know there's some people that it's going to be very surface level and, oh, have you tried this product? I know some people I'm going to be, like, hey, how's your grandma doing? Like, tell me, And some people who it's just like, oh, and I'm working on this project. Like, you need to know how to be flexible, how to shift. And I think that's what helps me navigate this life. But if there's one thing point of the video was that it's okay to pivot. It's okay to pivot away from everything you've ever known, because we're constantly evolving. So guess what? You're not always gonna line up with what or who you were. I don't even agree with some of the things I believed in last year or I was doing. We're constantly changing, So it's okay if you don't feel aligned with certain relationships, certain friends, your job. That's the beauty of life. Change is awesome. For real. But I just want to let you know that you are loved. You're not alone. Life is a movie. Pick the character you want to be. Have fun. And enjoy the ride. But also know that you are a beautiful, 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 beautiful soul. And this is all just props, and there's more to the day-to-day. Remember that. Okay, I'm gonna finish up my delicious little omelette that I made. And enjoy your day. Okay, bye.